Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, over the past year, I've gone from Zwifting in Cat D all the way to Cat A, and kind of every single step of the way in the journey has been on a Zwift Hub trainer, the workhorse that's carried me through thousands and thousands of virtual miles. But like any piece of kit that gets pushed this hard, I've had a few issues along the way. So my Zwift ride crank kind of developed a horrible grinding noise at one point. And then my first Zwift Hub actually started smoking mid-ride. And this past week I've had 3 connection dropouts in 3 days. When you're training hard and racing weekly, kind of throws a spanner in the works. So Zwift Support kind of sorted them out within a couple of days each, and it was brilliant. So for the dropouts then, had 2 people, both Jose and Melina, kind of help out with some clear advice, and it really helped kind of get me back online with a nice clear connection. Everything from clearing known devices and reinstalling Zwift on everything, just to make sure that it was all working from the start. And then once the reinstalls were done, just a quick check of the setup just to make sure everything was back in working order. Didn't just turn it off and turn it back on. And then a quick internet speed test just to make sure that I had enough bandwidth with the Wi-Fi extender in there. And quite clearly, it's good enough. So time for a race then. So I've jumped into stage 2 kick and sprint on the Glasgow crit circuit. It's a bit of a favourite of mine. So I'm in the 570 to 725 category. So not exactly an easy category to jump in to do a test. But I did this 2 nights ago. And unfortunately on lap 5 of 6, well, I was feeling pretty strong. That was where one of my connections went. So I was not overly happy. But in this one then, I'm just going to kind of sit in. I'm not feeling overly great. I've had a bit of a rough week. So this was all just about kind of sitting in, seeing what I can do, and hoping that I can maintain a connection. So for those that haven't done this race yet, it's 6 laps of the Glasgow crit circuit, which means 6 times up the Clyde kicker, and the 2 power-ups are Ghost and Feather. And as you can see, I'm really happy that the first thing I get for the first time up the Clyde kicker is a Ghost. So the Ghost will make me go invisible for 15 seconds, which means no one can draft off me either, but it isn't really something you want to use this early on. Kind of pointless power up. I much would have preferred the Feather, which lasts 30 seconds. So as we round this corner then, climbing hood comes up, and you can see the Clyde kicker. It's about a 30-second effort. You can kind of hit your Feather from about here, but I tend to stay seated at this part, and then as I get to the second zebra crossing, I'll go up a couple of gears, get out the saddle and kind of power up. And in this instance, I just use my Ghost as well, just to kind of get it out the way. So that when I get to the top, I get a new power up. I do like to power up this climb quite a bit, and bit of 9 watts per kilo, 10 watts per kilo. But there's some strong riders in this race, so I wasn't expecting to cross that line first. And as I cross it, you get a brief little bit of rest on the downhill, and I get a feather. Now, I'm not going to use that at any other point of this lap, because although there is another banner, I risk getting another ghost, so I will keep a hold of that for the next time round the on the Clyde kicker. So this part of the lap's pretty rolling, and then there is, when you get to the top of this climb and you go right, there is a little bit of a downhill, so you can kind of recover a little bit after that big effort of the Clyde kicker, and then you're going to turn right and head down towards the church. So as you go to the other side of the church, there's another little incline. It's not very steep, but it is a kind of launch pad that people use. I wouldn't use the ghost because you can't use the ghost in the last 400 metres of the race, but you could use it to kind of break away now at the bottom of that climb and get around the corners, because when you pass the start finish line, you'll get another power up. And this race is pretty much staying together at the minute. We've got one person kind of hanging back a little bit, or they're back together, so it's not exactly attacking it at all angles. It's a pretty sensible race at the minute. And then this is the start finish point straight. Once you turn that corner, you can start the sprint, and that's the end of lap 1. So I've skipped forward now to the final lap because nothing happened throughout the race. No big attacks or anything. Everyone just kept the pace relatively high, and we pretty much stayed together. And then as I crossed the start finish line, you'll see I was really, really happy to see that I got a ghost. That's sarcasm for those that can't get it. You see on the screen there one of my teammates, Chris from TMP. He's telling me which riders to kind of watch out for in the final. I'll be brutally honest with you, I'm pretty much on the limit. I'm really tired at this point, and I just haven't got it in me. I think I've raced, although I've had connection dropouts, I've raced almost every day on the build up to this, and I think the added stress of the dropouts has probably made me that little bit more tired. And also, just before doing this, I just built a 12-foot trampoline for the kids, so I was pretty knackered afterwards. And we're coming around the corner really for the kind of last run in to the Clyde kicker. So as we come round for the Clyde kicker, everyone starts popping their feathers. Now, I like this course. I've won on this course a few times, and I do pride myself on getting up the kicker pretty well and pretty quickly. But as I set off, I just don't seem to have it. I just don't have the legs where I would normally go all the way to the top and over the top, especially on the last lap. I just kind of stopped 20-30 meters before the banner, which then that caused the break, and I just didn't have it in me to close it down, and they're just there, but I'm empty. I am empty, and that happens sometimes. That's fine. This race wasn't particularly about the result. It was more about maintaining a connection throughout the race.
Oh, I'm dead.
And at this point, I'm just getting swallowed up by everyone's kind of leaving me behind. But there is someone 4 seconds back, so I'm going to try and at least maintain that 4 second gap to the person behind. At the beginning of the video, I did say within a year I've gone from Cat D to Cat A, and let me tell you, it doesn't get any easier. You just get faster. The races just get harder, but it's fine. Like, if you only race Zwift to win, don't bother racing, because you won't win everything. Always look at the positives, whether it be a new 30 second, new 1 minute, new 5 minute, new 20-minute power, or in this instance, I've almost got to the end of the race without me dropping a connection, whether it be power, whether it be the internet or anything, and that is solely down to the Zwift support that I've had this week. So the emails back and forth to kind of get me back on the road. Although the result's not there, the overall result of me completing a race definitely is, and that's my main aim. My legs can come back to me. That's something that's within my control. The connection part was something I needed a little bit of extra help with. And as you can see there, I popped the ghost at 500 metres, and as soon as I hit 400 metres I reappeared again. So from my understanding, that's something to do with, they want to see some sprint finishes rather than someone popping a ghost and then reappearing at the other side of the line with a win. But it is what it is. I was only 30 seconds slower than I was when I did this on Monday. So although I kind of feel like my legs have gone, 30 seconds over 26 minutes on a course like this isn't actually that bad. So I've kind of got to take a little bit of positives with it. I look really disappointed there, but I'm happy with the fact that I didn't get any dropouts throughout. So, massive shout out to Jose and Melina and the whole Zwift support team. You've really helped me through a smoking trainer, a noisy crank, and now the dropout nightmare. All in just a few days each time, which is great to see. Now here's the funny thing. This whole hub carry me all the way from D to A, and I can't help but wonder what would it do, what would happen, and what would it do with a new trainer. Maybe shave a few seconds off, maybe keep me rolling towards my next big goal. Either way, credit where credit's due. Zwift Support's really helped me get back, and the hub is still going strong for now. Now it's about time seeing how much further I can kind of push it. But thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe and come back for more content.